As a guy who's struggled with being consistent in the gym for a while, I know how frustrating it can be. You made a commitment to yourself, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hit the gym like almost every day or something, whatever like your routine is. You committed yourself to doing this, and then eventually something happens, you end up making excuses, and then you just like end up feeling bad about yourself because it's like, damn, I said I was gonna be consistent, but I'm not being consistent. It happens to a lot of people. The most important thing is that you bounce back and like become more and more consistent over time. Now, in case you don't know who I am, I'm Neal. I made the transformation from being a really skinny, unfit guy to now having a lot more muscle, and make videos like this to help other guys to transform their physiques faster than I was able to. So the first time I got my gym membership, I committed myself, okay, 5 days out of the week, I'm just gonna like do these exercises because, I want to make a lot of gains. But then like I ended up struggling like 2 weeks after because, things would just pop up. I started making excuses and I just wasn't being consistent in the gym. I wasn't getting my money's worth for the gym membership. And the worst damage that this did to me was like psychological, because I ended up beating myself a lot I ended up beating myself up about it a lot, but there's some things that you can do to make sure that you become way more consistent. So, you make the gym membership worth it, essentially. First thing that I recommend is that you need to have a clear and compelling goal for yourself. You don't want to be like a lot of these other people who just like vaguely just go to the gym just because, it is what it is. I mean, that's fine to do. That's like a great start. But as soon as you can, if you can become clear about like what specific goal, what you're actually training for, is it like a sport? Are you trying to just like build a more aesthetic physique? Are you trying to lose fat? Or are you trying to just gain more muscle? Whatever it is, just figure out what specifically you're trying to like get. And that's going to like make your progress a lot better. Second, like part of that is like actually having a plan to do it, because you can like have this goal, but if you don't have an actual plan, like you don't know, how many calories or like the protein intake, if you don't like know what workouts you're going to do, you can have that goal all you want. But if you don't have the right plan for it, you're just not going to get to it and can become very demotivating. And then the last thing is just, what's your reason why why you want this goal, why you want to achieve this? If you're trying to achieve an aesthetic body, why do you actually want it? I mean, you can have all these goals, but if you don't have a clear enough reason or big enough reason to do it, to stick with it, when the excuses come up, it's just going to be like, why should I even like keep going to the gym? It's not even that worth it. But when you have a strong enough reason, it's like, oh yeah, well, I should be doing this because this is really important to me. Whatever reason it is for you, whether you just want to be healthier, live longer, or just like have more muscle so you can like attract more babes or whatever, just become clear about it, dude. It's like, and write it down preferably so like you actually know. This is like for anything that you really want in life, because whatever you want to achieve in life, there's going to be obstacles. There's going to be times where you come up with excuses, whatever it is. If you have a strong enough reason why, like you can just like get past those things, and it's like so much easier. So have a clear goal, have a plan to actually achieve the goal, and make sure that you have a strong enough purpose why. Second thing is this concept of eating the frog. If you haven't heard of it, eating frog is like pretty much, imagine you're sat at a dinner table and there's like this, beautiful array of food that you can eat, and then, whatever you want to eat. And then there's a frog, like a slimy kind of like disgusting looking frog, and you have to eat both of them. Now you can choose which one that you want to eat first. You can eat either the delicious food right now, or you can eat the frog right now, or, eat the frog later. The point is, if you eat the frog later, after you've eaten like the delicious food, it's going to be so much harder for you to actually eat that slimy, like disgusting looking frog, because it's like, it's just not appetizing. And like comparing it to like what you just had is like, fuck, I don't want to do that. But if you eat the frog first, even though it's like disgusting, even like though you don't want to do it, you have something to look forward to, which is like that delicious meal. Now, how this translates to like the actual like gym and being more consistent, a lot of people, like they try to just go to the gym after they've done like their school or, work or whatever. And then by the end of the day, they're pretty tired and exhausted. Like that's how I felt after school and work. I was just like exhausted. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to lie in bed, play some video games, smoke some weed, whatever. When I started going to the gym first thing in the morning, when I had like the most energy, even though it was like kind of something I didn't really want to do, when I just started doing the workouts and going to the gym first thing in the morning, even though it was kind of like, I didn't really want to do it. After I got that done, now everything else in the day was just like easier. And it was like, well, yeah, I can do this because I mean, everything else after that was just a lot easier than going to like the gym. The point I'm making is that if you're trying to get more consistent in the gym, if you make that like the first thing that you do, or like just do it at the time that you have the most energy and like you're most upbeat or whatever, that's going to do you so much, because you're just handling the hardest part or the hardest thing first. Now, for me, going to the gym is like really easy. Like I actually really enjoy going to the gym, so I don't like have to do it first thing in the morning. I can do it in the afternoon, and I like always have energy to go to the gym. But especially when I was like just beginning to go to the gym, I needed to like make this the first thing that I did in the morning, or like really early in the morning. So if that's like something that you can relate to, try and like go to the gym early as possible. Even if you have to wake up a little bit earlier, that's fine. Just go to the gym earlier, knock that off of your like list of things to do, and then you're going to be like a lot proud of yourself, because like, oh yeah, start making those gains, start getting more consistent. And then once you get more consistent, once you like start enjoying the gym more, maybe you can like move it off to like a different part, because like it's something that you just like want to do naturally, kind of like kind of like it is for me. Third thing, you just want to measure your progress, dude. I mean, a big reason why a lot of people end up like quitting on the gym is just because they're not seeing progress. And like, I completely understand that, because, why would you keep doing something if like you're not getting any results? But when you actually like measure the progress you have, like whether you get like a tape measure and like do it around your waist or like your bicep, like if you're trying to grow muscle or gain weight or whatever, just like have some sort of measurement, something that you can use to objectively prove, okay, yeah, I'm making progress. You can like use a scale and say, okay, well, my goal is to gain weight and bulk up. So, if I'm gaining weight on the scale, then that's proof that I'm making progress. So like just take pictures of yourself, do a before and after, see, oh yeah, I'm actually making progress. It kind of like goes on the thing with like the clear goal and whatever. When you aren't able to see that you're making any progress, it's just like really demotivating. You're kind of like, what's the point? I'm like putting in all this effort, I'm not getting anything out of it. But when you actually have some measurements, when you can actually see, even if it's like a little small, when you actually see that you're making progress, everything becomes way easier, because it feels, or that it's not all for nothing, essentially, which is like really helpful psychologically. You can use like a scale, pictures, measuring tape. There's like a lot of different ways to like measure different things, but whatever like your goal is, just like have some measurement that's like related to that, and that should really help you. Fourth thing is you need like a self-assessment. Pretty much what this means is like there's going to be different things in your life. Like everybody's situation is a little bit different. There's basically going to be things in your life that like make you less consistent. So, say for me, sometimes I just be like hanging out with friends for a while, and then like it'd get really late. And then because of that, because I was just hanging out and I was like already there or whatever, I just wouldn't end up going to the gym for that day. And that was just one of the things. Or, maybe I was just like really tired after school and work, and then I just didn't want to do anything. Once I like actually got clear about like these were the like common reasons as to why I wasn't going to the gym, why I wasn't being consistent, by just structuring my day in a different way to like avoid those hurdles or like to get past them, everything became more like easier. Like if I was hanging out with my friends, I'd say, okay, well, I need to go to the gym. So I just like take my friends with me, because like most of them would be like, oh yeah, I want to go too. So I just like bring them with me to the gym. Or like if I was like tired after school and work, okay, let me just go to the gym earlier in the day, so like that doesn't become a problem. Or like, even if I couldn't like move it around or something, have some like pre-workout to like wake me up a little bit. I don't do that because like I don't think you should have like caffeine like later in the day. But anyways, whatever it takes though. Whatever it takes, just like have a self-assessment, like know yourself a little bit, just know like the excuses that you make and find a way to like get past them, because by knowing what these things are for you, you're going to be able to like know how to become more consistent. Because like I can't tell you like the specific things for you, like maybe you can relate to some of the things that I'm saying, but like everybody's situation is going to be a little bit different. So just find out, okay, what's like the excuses that you're making for yourself and how can you get around them. So yeah, if you want to be more consistent, just have a clear goal, have like a plan and like a purpose for those. Also like just eat the frog first, do the hardest thing. Like if going to the gym is the hardest thing for you, just do that first. It's going to be way easier, makes the whole day like a lot easier. Measure the actual progress that you're making. It'll serve to like have a lot more motivation for you, so you don't feel like you're just putting in all this effort and nothing's happening. And then just self-assess. so you can see what the excuses you're making and like how to just structure your day so that you can be more consistent. If you want more help with this, you can click the first link in the description. It'll take you to my coaching offer. It's pretty much where I can like just help you more in depth. But as always, just remember, if you want things to change for the better, it starts with you. Peace.